coming from?
I'm coming from, I went out. What's up?
Excuse me? I can smell her on you. Are you cheating on me again?
See, I don't know how long I can do this, honestly. Like, I don't know. I think I can't make you happy. It's almost like this. Like, you're frustrating my life.
You cheating on me with that bald-headed bitch
That's crazy.
again? I can smell her perfume on you. This is disgusting.
This is cool. I can't deal with. I don't know if I can do this again. Honestly, I can't make you happy. Maybe we should just go our separate ways. I don't understand.
Excuse me, is that a threat? What's that supposed to mean? So you're leaving
Did you not
this
hear
marriage?
what I just said?
You're just gonna be a punk and just run off? This is your solution? He told his parents he's divorcing me. How to save your marriage from divorce. Stay tuned.
All right, what's going on, guys? What's going on? We're back here. We're talking about, what is this again? He told
his parents
is divorcing you. Mm-hmm. All right, and we're gonna talk about how to save. Yeah. All right, cool. What's going on? We're back here. We're gonna talk about this email, and it's a long email. Something about some side chick. Something about this dude talking to his parents. He's gonna divorce her, but she's dealing with a lot of stuff. To tell me about the insecurities that basically occupy a woman's head when they're basically heading in the direction of eventually shutting down, but they're still concerned about how the guy feels, protecting his feelings. What does that feel like?
Interesting.
Like the insecurities, that's like a bottled up insecurity,
right?
Where a woman really wants to say something, but they keep
she's
doing.
Scared. What she's scared to say?
She's scared, or she's just protecting him, or she's telling herself like, you know what, let me just be a good wife. We were watching the Jada Pinkett Smith video, right? The red talk table, right? And she talked about, what does that feel like? Because I don't know what that feels like. I always say what I feel.
Well, usually that comes from, issues on underlying issues. Maybe there've been a few, maybe infidelities. Maybe not. Sometimes it looks like it, but it's not it.
Right.
Or maybe the guy is hiding. The way when your spouse changes, you kind of know. You can feel it, especially for women. Women can read that. They can read it from like 10 miles away, because everything just changes.
So it could be like the guy is shut down.
The guy is shut down. The guy has someone he's talking to on the side.
Or he talks to his video games.
He talks to. Oh Jesus. He's checked out. He's doing other things except hanging out with his wife. Especially if you already have that relationship before, and all of a sudden you guys are not. Let's just bottom line, you guys are disconnected.
Because I wanted to. Reason why I wanted to be clear there that yes, infidelity is one of them, but it's just one of many things.
Disconnect.
And the underlying issue is the disconnection.
Yes.
And somebody checked out. They're becoming complacent.
Yes.
They're taking each other for granted because time. They're seeing each other every day. The example we watch: somebody comes into the house, doesn't even go upstairs to
to say hello to
the wife. They just open the games and just play off. Or they go downstairs into the basement, into their man cave, and they're just doing their thing.
Yeah, those are signs of, checking out, and that affects women,
So that's those kind of things can bottle over and make a woman feel insecure in their relationship.
Especially if you're a woman that you've been trained a certain way to suppress, like, people come from different cultures. Right. Some cultures, as a woman, you shouldn't be outspoken about your feelings.
Take it.
Just take it. You keep suppressing it, it's going to turn into something else. It's actually going to become a monster. Whereas you have another woman that is just expressing how she feels, at least she can vent how she feels. It's always better to speak out than to
this is one of the things that I have to take extra effort to think through. I know the answer, I know what's supposed to be done, but it's not natural to me.
No, it's not natural to me.
It's not because I've soaked in the unconditional love. You go to a relationship to give things so much that, and I hear something like somebody shuts off, they don't feel like they should talk, and then I'm taken aback a little bit, like, wait, that's not, that's not the part that you keep giving. Because the first rule, and then I will now go, the first rule to giving, and you go to a relationship to give, to remember to give to yourself. You know, I don't like the give and take because it comes with the entitlement expectation thing. But the give, remember that you have to give to yourself as well. Don't forget yourself in that process. Yes. Because if you're feeling like this is a bondage, like because you have to love in a way that the other person feels free. If you don't feel free, then something must be addressed. However, addressed in a loving way, but it needs to be addressed. Right. If you're a man, we always said, if you're a man, don't get into the habit of we have to talk. That's not a very attractive or masculine. You're not in your masculine. If you're a typical masculine person, you're not in your masculine energy, and that's not a very attractive thing. Right. If you're a woman, it's okay to say, we gotta talk. That will get a masculine man to pay attention because he wants to be that man.
Some men will call it nagging because they don't want to hear it.
Not if you say we gotta talk. There's a difference between nagging and we gotta talk. Nagging is, I guess I'm gonna have to tell you to take out the garbage again today. That's nagging. Like when you're being sarcastic about it.
Well, most people, I have to say, when they say we gotta talk, they don't know how to talk from a loving standpoint, like you just said. Right. They usually, when they come with the we gotta talk, they're already being dramatic with it.
Right. So it depends on your
aggressively
attitude. Right.
To say we gotta talk to someone, you already lost them because
because you could say we gotta talk over the phone, and it's how you carry yourself when you're saying that. That's my point I'm trying to make.
Yeah, how you
to agree with you.
Right.
It's not the content of we gotta talk. It's about your face, your demeanor, your body language when you say we gotta talk. Right. Like, babe, can we have a conversation about something? Right. This is different from we gotta talk.
Yeah, rather than being
we gotta talk because I'm pissed off right now.
Yeah.
And I don't do that. I don't take this guy.
Or they be like, how I get. I don't know how to.
I don't know how to
be fake. I gotta be real. Like, okay, come, chill.
I gotta be real.
You're coming at me sideways
do it
right
again.
now.
I think I'm doing it wrong. Do it again.
I don't know how to be fake. I gotta keep it real. You know how I be. This is me. Like, no.
If you say that,
you got
it's already all wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have to remember you're talking to a human being who doesn't necessarily know 100% of the time, all the time, how to process or how to receive all that. Right. And they may mean well, but they may now overreact, and then you have a chaos, basically. Yeah. All right, so we got an email here, and I'm just going to go through it. I would rather you just read this, but since the laptop is in front of me. Yeah, my husband says he doesn't have a side chick. But that's very hard to believe since he's a bouncer at 2 nightclubs.
So basically all bouncers have side chicks?
Yeah, that's basically what she
just generalized.
Insinuating, right? Every bouncer have side chicks? Is that the truth?
I don't know. I don't know either.
And I'm not sure about his desk job during the week. A lot of bouncers have day jobs too. Of course. We have had cultural differences due to his Chinese. And I'm Native American and Latina. Though we have always tried to understand each other's culture and made it work. Cultural barrier is a big deal.
It's real.
It's real.
It's very real in the sense that even us as Nigerians.
Yes. Like literally a few towns
we are
over.
Yoruba. We're from
the same tribe.
We're from the same tribe,
but
we're from different states, and
yet that creates,
people still generalize about those states.
Right.
Like people from this state are not like this. People from this state are like this. So we go through that. Not to talk of crossing across borders,
crossing the Atlantic Ocean.
Yes, it gets really, really real.
You know, and a lot of that, I want to point out that a lot of that is stuff we inherit from our parents. It's not
absolutely
us necessarily
from the old generation.
When the Bible tells you that, you know, some curses go from fourth generation to fourth generation, I think beyond fourth generation. And there are things like this because people inherit the tribalism differences, cultural, and they really bring that into their marriage, and many times in subconscious ways. It's not like they're necessarily aware or that they're doing this. It's just
natural
how they were raised, and you need to be aware of that.
Yep.
He does have a partial role in this, as he told his parents he's divorcing me. You know, somebody you have to run to the parents to say they're divorcing somebody. That's already a red flag. Right. He's divorcing me, which does worry me, but has not always done what they have told him to do. He has never done anything like this before. In the 14 years we've been together, 14 years. He has moved out, but is home Monday through Thursday evenings after work and half days on Saturday to visit our daughter. So they have a daughter together. But he also visits me. We have not stopped being intimate. So he comes over during the week and half day during the weekends, and they're intimate. That happens a lot. You know, people that continue to be intimate, but they claim, I mean, they are going through troubles in their marriage, but they still have intimacy, you know. But he also visits me, so we are intimate 3 to 4 times a week.
That's a lot.
If not every time he visits, we get along with no more fighting between us. Now I'm confused.
I am too.
All right. And there are sometimes some things I am working on, things that I have to change for myself, but also the things that made him feel that he no longer loves me. He no longer loves you, but he's still smashing. For most men, that sounds like he wants his cake. He wants to eat it too.
And have it,
Yeah. But he's able to do that because you let him do that, basically. I'm willing to forgive his infidelity. Did she say? Okay, yeah. Well.
Oh, she believes he has
She believes infidelity. So she doesn't even know that for a fact.
No, I don't think she does.
There's a lot of people going through this kind of craziness. They don't know for a fact, but they've believed it, and they're so sure. And
she might have not even confronted him. You know how people just act out of assumption. Mentioned that. Yeah, she hasn't mentioned that. But you know, the woman instinct thing is real. You know, but women need to be careful about that. You can't say because women have an instinct, intuition. I saw it in my head that you're cheating, and that's it. And that's it. Oh, I had a dream. You were cheating in my dream. You're definitely cheating.
Right.
No, you can't do that.
It's only suffering that comes from that.
You have to at least confront the issue.
If that's bothering you, chances are you've seen reasons for you to be bothered.
Right.
Address the issue. But don't assume that it's happening because you have woman intuition and it must be true. It's only suffering that comes from this type of behavior. You know, you'll punish yourself and you'll punish your loved ones alongside, basically. So I'm willing to forgive his infidelity that she doesn't know for a fact, and not to mention it again in the future. If I did, then how would our marriage grow? If I did, then how would our marriage grow? Now she's asking us. You're right. It's not going to grow. And but I really believe strongly when people are still intimate, they may be going through the BS, but that's a very strong thing that can really hold them together for a long time, even for a lifetime. But it's still very toxic to be in an argument all the time, to be going back and forth and nagging each other. That's not fun. You know, that's not fun. And it's only a matter of time. Somebody's going to shut down all of that. You know.
Right.
Let's see. He has not filed for divorce and is letting me finish school. Okay. He claimed he was divorcing, but he hasn't filed for divorce. So
he's telling his parents, yet is not.
He's telling his parent too. And chances are, if he's telling his parent, his cultural differences, there's a chance that maybe this person, the parents never really
accepted the wife. Yeah.
I mean, from Asia to.
I mean, you know.
To what is it?
She's Latina.
Native American Latina.
She's Latina.
Yeah, that can be a stretch for some parents.
Yeah.
You know, people from all walks of life can be very racist. And can be tribalistic, and like we just said, from one town, one state to the other.
Right.
We actually experience that. Let's just face it. We experience that town, people that come from that town. This is how they behave. And before we knew it, it became a real problem for us that actually manifested into a big problem.
And we're both black.
Black. We're both
from the same place, and so imagine if you're dealing with another race.
We're both bloody Africans.
Bloody Africans. That's funny. It's true.
Bloody Nigerian Africans.
Yeah.
So
it's still an issue.
But this is a real issue. But it became, the more important thing we should point out here is that it became a real issue because we allowed it. At the end of the day, we all bring some kind of baggages to the table, you know, from our parents, from where we're from. But you still, as an adult, retain the ability, retain the power.
You have to set boundaries. You have to protect your own.
To say, no, that's not true. I'm not going to believe that. But it's even harder to get into that zone if you don't do self-development, you know.
Yes.
Because your natural self will kick in and they can plant, your parents, these are people that gave birth to you. They will plant fear in your head unknowingly with love.
Yeah.
And fear is 100% destructive.
Very.
All right. So if I did so he has not far, but I want him back for good and just move on from this rough time in our marriage and get back to working together and growing as a couple. I do say I miss him so much, and it's a bit scary being alone in our home with just my daughter and I get so confused when he says in your future and not ours, and do get discouraged at times, always wondering if I'm doing the right thing or what I'm doing is wrong. Thank you for taking the time to respond. There's a few things towards the end that I really need to address. You have anything on mind you want to share?
Well, I feel like in their situation, some things have definitely changed, and I feel like if she focused on herself and is not so needy, because right now you can see how desperate
she's desperate.
She wants him. If she can just take herself out of that and just focus on her own self first, she has a higher chance of winning him back, because
absolutely correct.
They still have intimacy going on. It still comes around the house.
He wants that.
There's something missing.
It's still coming around.
There's something missing, and most likely it has to do with her more than him.
I'm suspecting nagging. A lot of nagging. She's not saying that here. But if somebody keeps coming back for the intimate part, but then they really want to disappear and divorce, and they're threatening you with that, it's usually the mouth. It's not good. You know, she's mouthing off a lot. And she hinted here that I'm willing to forgive his infidelity and not mention it again. Most women do that, but some women that, like somebody admitting it, they take it to another level where they're always nagging about something that you've never really caught him red-handed, but you're accusing him of that. A lot of men get to a space where they say, if you're gonna accuse me of that, I might as well just do it. Yeah. And we don't even have a proof that he's doing that. Right. But yet you're calling it.
So there are insecurities there. There are things that she herself is not comfortable with, and she needs to work on herself. And I think she can.
That's AKA fear too.
Yeah, I think she can definitely win this guy back, but she has to do a lot of work. Yeah. And after she gets her own 100, she has to make sure she let him know this is what I want, without being scared that he's gonna leave her.
Yeah.
She has to be blunt
because
about
he can sense that right now that she's scared.
Yes.
That because he's threatening you and it's working.
Right.
Threatening you with divorce, but it's working. But he keeps coming back 3 to 4 times a week. There are many marriages in quote unquote good place that don't have one time a week. He's coming back 3 to 4 times a week. Chances are there's something that you're doing wrong that keeps making him. When you do it, then he threatens you again with that stuff. Now, with that being said, it's absolutely unfair and unhealthy to be threatening your spouse with divorce. In fact, what you fear the most
is going to happen.
You will attract. So it's going to happen. So now, the tactful, strategical thing we need to do, right? That she needs to do. Before I get to that, she mentioned here that I do miss him so much. That sign of neediness, like you said. And say there's nothing wrong with missing, but it's just I could feel the energy. A bit scary being alone. I get so confused when he says in your future and not ours. You have to be okay with that, okay? Because he's saying in your future and not ours, and that's really, really making you afraid. That means that's a sign that your state of mind is all wrong. You don't feel like you're self-sustainable. You don't feel like without this guy you can actually live. And he knows it. And it's killing attraction. Slowly, he's still coming back 3 to 4 times a week. But
to smash.
It's only a matter of time. He may end up completely shutting down. He may end up talking himself to hanging out with somebody at work during a break, and then he will completely disappear. Chances are he's coming back 3 to 4 times a week because he hasn't found a replacement yet for all of that sexual energy. So I would definitely pay attention to your neediness, your lack of confidence that can create. Your lack of confidence is what makes people nag. It's when you have fear that you nag and you yell at the top of your voice and you argue. It's a lack of confidence on both parts, either you're a man or woman. It's because you're not confident. That's why you're arguing. If I'm arguing with my wife about an issue, it's because I'm not confident that she's going to come to understand what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to force her to understand that, and we get into an argument. It's a sign of fear at the end of the day. And do get discouraged at times. So first of all, you don't have to worry about him saying your future and not ours. He can sense that is making you afraid, and you keep behaving that way, always wondering if I'm doing the right thing or wrong thing. That's a sign of fear. If you're in your own home, in your own marriage, and you're always wondering if I'm doing the right or wrong thing, first of all, I personally am not a big fan of rights and wrongs. I believe that belongs to courts. It's legal court, superior courts that should worry about that kind of stuff. If I'm driving, right or wrong, yes. But when we talk about matters of the heart, right and wrong is honestly, truly never the solution. It's really listening to people and seeing where they're coming from, even if they come off wrong, based on your ideologies, your tribalistic ideologies, wherever you guys are coming from. You have, of course, when you say right and wrong, that means there's a standard that you're measuring by. And the second person may not necessarily believe in your standard, or they may feel choked and smothered by your standards, and that kills attraction as well too. So don't worry about right and wrong, okay? You do what feels right to you. And let everything fall where they may. Work on yourself. You need to work on your self-love. You need to work on, and you need to find your purpose. You need to work on your self-love. Obviously, you need to build a relationship with your own God. Never mind his God right now, right? And you need to have those 3 things in place. And I would definitely watch the 7 Ultimate Guide. There's a video on this channel, the 7 Ultimate Guide to Save My Marriage. Just type in 7 Ultimate Guide to Save My Marriage, LOLA and OLA, no space between LOLA and OLA. Just search that on Google, it comes right up. You need to watch that video. So that's something I would say. There was something I was going to say that I forgot right now. But what do you think here, baby? Do you think we did justice already? It's fear, basically.
It is fear.
It's all fear. It's all lack of self-love.
Sounds like a lot of unspoken
self-esteem.
Fear.
insecurities, about somebody that's smashing 3 to 4 times. Like, that's not cool. So I was going to talk about strategy. The strategy is this: you need to take some time for yourself. Right. It could be 30 days. You could, if you're a Christian, you could do some fasting and prayer during that period of time. It's a time for you to really find yourself. Find what you were when you attracted this dude.
This guy, yes.
And you need to get back to that. There was something confidence about you. You had some kind of confidence that attracted him, and now that's lost because you find yourself arguing, you're bickering, you're talking about infidelities that you can't even prove. It's that reflects back on you, and tell him that you need some time to find yourself. 2 things will happen when you tell somebody you need some time to find yourself. You need to take at least 21 to 30 days to do that. Okay, 2 things will happen. He will catch anxiety.
Yep.
He won't want to lose you.
Right.
Okay. He may start begging. He may be stubborn and not beg immediately. Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter, because this is not about him. Because if you start thinking it's about him, that's manipulation. We don't want to do that. If anything, we want to build you. You need to build yourself. Build your self-confidence back so that you can attract the kind of love that you deserve.
Right.
That's the whole point of this. As far as he's concerned, don't worry about him. It's anything outside of attraction would be basically manipulation, and that only works temporarily. All right.
That's right.
That's all we got. And make sure you find the book as well too. It's free. GetMyMarriageBack.com. It's absolutely free. Go download it. Read it 10 to 15 times. Okay, 10 to 15 times. You can't cheat on that. If you cheat on that, you'll be cheating on your purpose, and everything will backfire. So 10 to 15 times. Go read that book. And hopefully you've been enlightened, educated. Click like, smash the like button, share button, comment your questions below in this, and yeah, give us thumbs up. Let's get the channel going. You're part of the community. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, okay? And we'll see you on the next one. And
peace.